I can't believe we're here, but I've been on a GLP-1 for 6 months. Just to give you a little bit of background, every month I come on here and give you kind of an update as to how things are going. I thought I would do something fun this month. Over on Instagram, I put up a question box and I said that I would answer all of these questions over here on YouTube. So we're gonna do that today. Just a little bit of the backstory. I'm 46 years old. I do have hypothyroidism. I initially started on a GLP-1. It's tirzepatide compounded with a B12 that I accessed through Mochi Health about 6 months ago. I was actually not starting it primarily for weight loss. I was looking at some inflammation and chronic joint pain issues I was having, and it has completely changed my life in the best possible way and helped with those so much. Just to explain how it works, Mochi Health is a telehealth company. I spoke to my general practitioner here in San Diego where I live, and we made this decision together, but I was unable to access medication through my insurance. So I worked with Mochi Health and one of their medical practitioners to do a prescription through them. Every single month I meet with that practitioner through Mochi Health, and then the medication arrives in the mail. So now you know how it works. Okay, should we get into the questions? You all asked some interesting ones this week. Sorry, 46 years old, I need the glasses, or I literally will not be able to see right here off screen the computer that has all of the questions. Okay. Were you ever worried about the big advertised side effects? I was very worried about side effects. I was actually really concerned, and after the medication arrived, it literally sat in my fridge for a couple of weeks because I was so afraid something was going to happen. I think everybody's experience with this is different, as it is with any medication. I did have some side effects in the beginning, but they were not nearly as bad as I'd expected. Mostly a little bit of nausea the day after my injection, but I found that if I stayed hydrated, so I drank water and electrolytes every day, almost 100 ounces, that is very minimal. And as you see a lot of people reporting, as my body has adjusted to being on this medication, I really don't get nauseous anymore, like at all. So it hasn't been that bad. Have you lost a lot of weight? How is your weight loss going? Okay. Listen, I'm all about transparency. So I think it's important to talk about this, but in a way that is prefaced with, I certainly do not want to encourage anyone to do something that is not in the best interest of their health, mental or physical. I knew, because I had so much inflammation, that I was going to lose some weight when I started on this medication. It has been 6 months. I have lost about 35 pounds, which is a significant amount of weight, but my joints feel so much better that I think that was what my body kind of needed to let go of to be in its healthiest state. Now the weight loss has really slowed down. So I do not expect to lose much more. I have not continued to go up in the medication. I have only gone up ever from the starting dose just once. That has been effective for everything that I was working on, and it has made it so that the weight loss was slow and nothing that felt too extreme for me. I would suggest the same approach. It's been great. Do you always have to be on it? At this point, I believe yes. Just like I am always going to be on my thyroid medication, I am probably always going to be on this medication. I think it's that way with a lot of medications. So obviously we will reassess, working with both of my doctors, with my medical practitioner from Mochi, and blood work. But as of now, that is the plan. Is there a learning curve for I'll edit that out, or I won't. Is there a learning curve for injections? I've never used a syringe. I had not either, and this is what I was really worried about. Was it gonna hurt? Was it difficult? They have videos. I promise it does not hurt. It is not hard. I called a friend who was on this medication for like mental and emotional support the first week, and she just kept being like, I promise it's not as big of a deal as you think it is. And that is correct. It is not as big of a deal as you think it is. Now it's very easy. I literally just watched the video. It's fine. Okay, hold on. I have to go to the next screen. We have some more questions. Have you noticed weight or personal changes outside of less joint pain? I will say my energy is better. I think that definitely has to do with the compounding with the B12. My inflammation has gone down. My energy is through the roof. I'm drinking way less caffeine. One thing that I talked quite a bit about in the beginning was that beforehand I was really struggling with chronic fatigue. I was drinking 6 to 7 cups of coffee. Yes, sorry, mom, if you're watching. 6 to 7 cups of coffee a day, and still feeling very tired and taking a nap all the time. So clearly something was not functioning correctly. Almost immediately within a week, I dropped down to what I would consider to be a normal amount of caffeine, which is like maybe a cup in the morning, maybe 2. Sometimes I'll have one at lunch. So that made a big difference. I'm looking because there's a lot of repeated questions. How does Mochi work? Is it like a pharmacy? So Mochi is a telehealth. Mochi Health is a telehealth company that works with multiple pharmacies all over the country. When you start to work with them, you will pay a membership fee and then the fee for whatever medication it is. They have tons of different medications. Then you can actually select which pharmacy is close to you and which feels like the best fit for you. They do have a microdosing option now, and a bunch of other medications that are not only GLP1s. So if you are looking for access to other type of medication, it may be on their list as well. Okay, we've got a lot of repeat questions. I feel like those were the main ones. Do me a favor, if you have questions, leave them here in the comments as well. I will come back in a couple of weeks and maybe do this again. Did we like the frequently asked questions? Mochi also gave me a $40 off code. I will put it in there in the caption as well, just in case you need it. Okay.